So this guy saying to me, I am doing this prep year for master, but to be honest, I don't want to continue with this school. I would like to change school. And I told him, okay, if you want to change school, there are two other schools. They are very good in master. You can do them in 1 year. And then he asked me a question that to me was a little bit strange. He said, but do you think, thank you. Ciao Yash, sto bene, grazie. Everything is fine, thanks. I hope for you too. And welcome back. Put your like on the video. So this guy told me, but do you think that if I do a master, the school will give me a job? I said, but what are you talking about? It's not the school that gives you a job. It's your work. I mean, you do master, you stay 1 year or 2 years, depends if you have to do a prep program. And after the prep program, you have a portfolio. I mean, I imagine. Therefore, it will be the level, the quality, the talent, the skills, the creativity of your portfolio that will allow you to find a job. So it's your portfolio that gives you a job. It's not the school. It's not that I pay a school and automatically the school will say, well, because you paid, when the 2 years will be over, we will give you a job. Impossible. It's not even legal. So I told myself, there is a confusion here. This guy didn't understand. And because you're paying money, because those schools are not for free, I said I had to explain to him. So we start talking on the chat. I start chatting with him, explain to him, it's on your portfolio that can give you a job. And he said, okay, but now I would like to do my best to find an internship. Do you think I can go for an internship? I said, yes, of course you can. As long as your portfolio level, it's a good one to get an internship. I said, I didn't know that. What do you mean? It's not that because you are in a transportation design school following a bachelor or a master, that when you get the opportunity of getting an internship, that everybody will get an internship. Only the best ones will be chosen. And how are they chosen? They will be chosen thanks to the portfolio that they will show with their curriculum vitae, with their CV, to the companies that come to school because they are interested in offering an internship, because they need interns. So that's how it works. And I explained to him, and I explained to all of you, so I take advantage of this design talk today to talk again about portfolio, that's the only way to do. Good, drawing Fiat Pandas at the end. All right, cool. It is good school. That's good choice. Yes, also see that you are giving individual lessons. Yeah. All right. So you understand. I mean, I understood that there was a confusion there. So I explained to him very clearly. Then he said, "Okay, thank you very much." And we were almost 15 minutes chatting because there are a few things he wouldn't understand. All right, now here we are. I will explain to you again. When you want to go into car design business, the only thing that will give you a job is your portfolio. Now, some people ask me, I did not do car design school. Fine. But I have a mechanical engineering degree. Or I have an architecture university degree. Or I have an industrial design university degree. I say, okay, in those cases, you can still get a job in car design because you have an official degree already, which is the most important thing to start to get hired in any company. a certain level, okay? Now, in car design, what is very important is the competition between talents. So, the first case, important thing, is that you have a degree. And I repeat, can be mechanical engineering, architecture, industrial design, maybe philosophy, whatever. So you have a degree. But if I am a company like, I don't know, Fiat or who knows which company, and I'm looking for a designer, so I'm there to hire somebody, what I'm looking for is first the portfolio. Claudia, I'm tired of hearing about design. The business is style. No, it's not style. Design is design. Okay. Imran, do you feel that studying design in Europe is expensive and they should be studying in China instead, since most of the opportunities are in China? Imran, in reality, Europe is a lot cheaper than America. You know, it's the cost. It's almost a quarter of what you pay in USA. And I can assure you that it's almost the same price in going studying car design in China. Now, China university, there are few universities, very few, that are basic engineering universities that teach car design since almost, I would say, 10 years. And they are doing very good things. But the tradition wants that in Italy, in France, Spain, in England, in Sweden, there is a higher history, automobile history, and a longer experience in terms of training, in terms of understanding, in terms of learning car design. Okay, so that's, I would say, the advantage. All right. Okay, so if I am somebody that I am looking for a car designer, I will look at the CV to make sure that no matter what, I could hire this person, so the degree, all right? And then I will look at the portfolio. Now, when I look at the portfolio, of course, I'm looking what? Not just pretty pictures, you know, that this guy or this girl are able to do in their portfolio. Well, that's secondary. The most important thing I will be looking for is creativity, because it's a creative job. So therefore, if it is a creative job, I have to choose between the candidates, those that are most creative, because I need that creativity. You know, I need that creativity. Honor, European University has the best reputation when it comes to education. Yeah, it's true. Ciao, Ricky. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're doing well too. So thanks for being back. And hey guys, put the like. Yeah, put the like. I need your likes. Did you see that now we are 8,040 on this channel? We are growing. We are very soon. I hope to get to 10,000 people following this channel. That would be great. That would be really great. Okay, that's thanks to you. All right. So creativity is the number one subject, you know, that will give the strongest weight to the type of consideration we make of that person looking at the portfolio. Then there is a second one. All right, great, Ricky. Then there is a second one, which is the skills, because as you know, ciao Bharat, Mr. Kumar, welcome back. So, as you know, our job is to sketch. I mean, you see all the sketches video that I publish, and those that are my students, they see how hard I make them work in sketching, and how many times I always talk about line quality, perspective, check the wheels, you know, take care of your work, make nice shading, let's learn how to blend with markers. And then, of course, there is also digital. Of course, there is also digital. Once you learn the basics, then there is digital. And digital is Photoshop and all the Procreate and all other softwares that come out every year, with which you can easily make very beautiful images and make a very good professional representation of your design. Claudia, I'm tired of hearing about. Okay, Claudia, if you are tired, that's no problem. You can go away if you want. Go and check something else. All right. So, let me see something. All right. So now, when we are preparing our portfolio, we have to think about those things, because it's like when you prepare for an exam, you have a teacher that will be looking at your exposition. So when you go there, you have to study. And if you have to study, you want to study the subject well enough that if the teacher will make several questions, you will be able to answer to those questions. And portfolio is very similar, because in portfolio we have the creativity, we have the skills, we have the digital, we have also the way you put the portfolio together, the way you present each project, but also the way you present the whole portfolio. Because you don't make, I don't know, for example, the first project, you just put pictures there, and then few photos from internet to say, yeah, that's my client type. You don't do that. You have a sort of a presentation process, steps that you have to respect in order to have a professional way of putting your portfolio together, so that when people look at your work, they understand, they appreciate, and they understand your professionalism. They understand that you are somebody young, but that you are somebody already thinking what it means to be professional. And that's very important. It's the same thing when you have your exam. You can talk very badly, you know the subject, but your exposition is bad quality, and therefore you will never get a very, very good grade. But if you're very professional, you know what you're talking about, and you are, perfect in your exposition, also in your language, the way you express yourself and stuff, well, the teacher will give you a very high grade, that's for sure. And same thing is, the portfolio is almost an exam, You put together a bunch of stuff, and the exam is not your teacher, it's a company, or several companies. Because your portfolio will be shown to several companies. You understand? So that's why I say you have to be very careful with the content of your portfolio. Your portfolio should be should have a good variety of subjects, because you cannot make a portfolio made only of electric SUV projects, or only supercars like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche. And one time I saw a portfolio that came to my email at work. Ricky, I have one question though. Does age matter for alias model as well? No. Alias modelers age, no problem. Don't worry. It's fine. Because we're always looking for excellent alias modelers. So even in the age of 35, you could try to contact some companies that do that. They're always looking for people. There were several announcements about these job openings in several companies on Instagram. So also LinkedIn. So over there, you're safe. Don't worry. So this guy was a boy, and he was in love with Porsche. So he made a portfolio where the first project was a Porsche. Okay, good. I said, very nice. It was a little bit of styling, to be honest, not very creative. I said, okay, he's starting that way. I am sure that the other projects that will come after will be more creative. But in reality, no. They were not more creative. The thing is that he was just doing a lot of portraits that all look alike. And they just had little details that were different, like the wheel design, the real tail light. That's not enough. When I look at that, then I got bored very quickly. Okay, Ricky, Mr. Kumar, what are the positions in design studio rather than exterior and interior designers? Yes, I will tell you about this after, once I finish this. No problem. So, I told myself, too bad. That portfolio was a portfolio that started like this, and then it came down very quickly. So, in less than 2 minutes, the portfolio was in the trash bin. And that's exactly what you do not want to have. That's not the experience that you would like to have watching, knowing that somebody is watching your portfolio. So it's not just the editorial design, the graphic design, the way you put things together, the way you start with your mood board, your sketching research, your concept, the final illustrations, your digital work. Maybe you have also modeled beautiful pictures of your model. Maybe you even made a short video, okay, using the softwares that make a beautiful video of your little car going into town. Great, okay? But it's also the variety. It's also the quality of your creativity. Because when I look at the first one, I want to be impressed, of course. I open it for the first time, I want to get stuck on it, you know. I want you to take me in that with my head, my mental, in that portfolio. You don't want me to go away. So I gotta be in there. So what do you do to put me in there? You have to do excellent work, excellent project. So that when I look at the next one, the second, I see again the same leitmotif, the same repetition of how you put together a portfolio, a project. You know, always mood boards, very ordered, everything correct. But at the same time, when I get in there, I see that the second project has a very good creativity also, and it's exciting. So I am very curious. I want to stay there and look at it. Ciao, Khaled. But the passion, most of new car design today are copying creativity because there is no real passion. I agree, Khaled. I agree with you. That's what we are looking, and that's what's happening today. And I believe that that's exactly what I was saying when we were talking about design schools. If design schools take anybody, even those that probably don't deserve to be in a design school, and they get in simply because they can pay, that brings the quality down for everybody. Imran, would you say that with many competition today all over your world, just sketching isn't enough to get a job? They are required to have many other skills, example 3D CAD, etc., etc. CAD, be careful, because when you guys talk about CAD, CAD, that's something more about engineering department. That's why I always talk about Alias, Autodesk Alias, because that's the software we use that a designer should learn. Okay, or Reno, for example. But CAD is associated more with CATIA and specific softwares that are used by suppliers to make parts in production by engineers. Okay, to make studies that are very, very pointy for feasibility. All right. So no, what I'm saying, Imran, what I'm saying is that you must have skills, that you must know how to draw, that you have to do also your alias model. Maybe you can make even a short movie of your project. So there is a lot of things that get into the design jobs within a car design studio. or a car design big studio where we have images, we have film, we have modeling, we have UX UI design, so it's mainly graphic design for infotainment design, everything that has to do with connectivity. And here I come, I come to the question that Kumar asked. I think, yeah, that Kumar asked. Other than exterior interior, accessory design, industrial design within car design jobs, within a car design studio. There are a lot of new, how can I say, new jobs, positions that belong to the car design world. A lot more than when I started, 34 years ago. So this is important. You have probably more opportunities today, thanks to the way the job, profession became larger, wider. Therefore, there are more opportunities. Mr. Yash, I agree. So many students get admitted and quality has gone down. Yeah, exactly. That's a big problem. And that's why also I think that there are people that ask me those questions that for me are a little bit surprising. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Nice to see you. How are you? Thank you. You're back. So I say that portfolio to get a job is really your best chance, to give the best you have in making that book, in putting together all those projects, at least 6, 7 projects, in a way that when people will look at it, they will be so interested in looking also the little sketches that show how you think, with those details, with all that nice stuff, that at the end people say, yeah, we gotta get this guy here. Look at this girl. Look what she's doing. We gotta hire her. There's no doubt. You have to get to that point where people say, there's no doubt. Let's go. Let's go on. Let's make an interview. And then there is the interview. And that's the other part that is very, very important, because the interview is the human part. And that's when they will screen you psychologically. It's like a psychologist that talks to you, lets you talk, and tries to understand how you are, who you are. Are you an asshole? Or you are a nice person? Educated, not educated? All that stuff. So that's, if you get that, and you pass that too, that people say, oh, it's a nice person, we can put that guy or that girl in our team. Because for sure, everything it's going to be only beneficial. So we got a good designer, young designer, lots of creativities, good skills, a nice guy. So what do you want more? So that's for job. But what happens when you are doing the same thing to get hired, to get accepted for a design school? Okay, I give several design training, entry portfolio training classes in private. Now it's almost a year and a half I'm doing this. It's working really well because all the people got taken, and they're all doing really well. Because when those students come and say, I need help. Ciao Adim, yes, I didn't remember your name, but thanks for reminding me. Imra, are the new generation today interested to join traditional car design companies such as Ferrari, BMW, many EV startups? I would say that is mixed, Imran, because there are still people that say, I want to go with the big brands, the historical brands, because over there I learned really the profession, which is true, because we have everything you need to learn. And after 3, 4, 5 years, they go away and they prefer the adventure of a startup that will give you a great opportunity to do new things that probably in a big company, traditional company, you will never do. So it all depends how you program your professional path for your future career. You know, for example, take me, when I was in Fiat at the beginning, I did 10 years in Fiat. I learned a lot of things. I mean, I over there, I really learned what it means to be a car designer, a young design manager, a little bit of politics, negotiation during meetings, a lot of technique that helped me to make my designs more feasible and creative, but more feasible, all that stuff. At the same time, when I felt that the cycle was finished, was completed, I got a great opportunity with Renault in France, where they were doing a lot of other things, much more creative, with a lot more, how can I say, courage, with taking higher risk. And that thing was very exciting. I mean, I was very young. I had the whole career in front of me. So I told myself, if they take me, that's jackpot. And that's exactly what happened. And now 24 years went by that I had in Renault. So it's very nice. All right. So when you go for an entry portfolio, a lot of those students ask me, but what can I put in this entry portfolio to get admitted? So if we follow what design schools, the best design schools are asking, in general, the 3, 4, 5, 6 good design schools between United States and Europe, they all asking the same thing. They ask at least 6 projects, 5 slides for each project. They ask also a mood board. And of course, they ask for color sketches. They also ask for some digital work. And they say, if you know already how to make, I don't know, a sketch model in virtual, well, add that picture because that would be good. So basically, they're asking the same things that constitute a real portfolio to get a job. The only difference is the difference of experience and also the size, because the entry portfolio for school will not be, I don't know, 70 slides. It will probably 30 slides, 25. You understand the difference. But it's going to be a concentrated, of your best state of the art at your age. And you're very young because you're going to be, 17, 18 years old, 19 years old. It's your first time you get to a design school. You don't know anything about it. You just know how to do little sketches. So that's where I come in terms of training. I explain things. We do examples. We do exercises. And then I look at your sketches. And if I see that there is something that is really weak, I ask you to work on that a lot with me so that you can improve in a short time. In general, people are with me a couple of months because they have the limit, the due date of sending the entry portfolio 2 or 3 months later after they contact me. So we have those 2-3 months, okay, together, during which we work a lot. And then at the end, the last 2 classes, we work on selection. Because you cannot put just everything in. Because you say, well, I'm not even a student. That's all the things I've done. I put everything inside. No, because if you put also in those portfolios very bad sketches, really bad, yeah, but this way they will see that I improved. Not true. They will get scared because they don't know if the real you, it's going to be the bad sketch or the good one. So we have to make a selection, which is a wise selection, how the best works, so that at the end, when you put everything together, you see that there is a very cohesive way of showing your progression, and showing also that you deserve to get into that school. Then there is also another thing that I do for those students. I write a letter, okay? Those schools, they know me, in which I say that this guy has been, or this girl has been with me from this date to this date. We were preparing the portfolio, and I explain everything. You know, what did we do? During those 2 months, we worked on this, on that, and then at the end, we made the best portfolio we could, you know, and saying that for me, the student deserves to be accepted in any design schools. But I don't write that letter if I think that this thing is not good yet. Of course, because I'm honest. All right, so this is a little bit, how can I say, the news, you know, the information I wanted to give you today, again, hoping that the person that contacted me via chat in Instagram this week, but also the other guy that wrote me an email about the same topic, hoping that they are watching, or they will be watching this video, because portfolio, if you make a mistake on the portfolio, it's going to be very difficult to go back to the same company and say, sorry, I made a mistake, I'm going to send you a new portfolio. It doesn't work like that. Okay, ciao Amor, have a good class. Ciao, thanks for being with us. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Imran, how would you advise a young designer who feel constrained when there are managers and design directors to fully express their creativity in design? Yeah, this is a very good question, Imran, because that's very delicate. Now, it is very delicate, but at the same time, I also, I had a director, manager, when I was in Fiat. There is an important name. His name was Chris Bangle, with very strong personality. So you can imagine. I was with Chris, and it's not, you cannot tell Chris, okay, this is my design, let's do it. No way. Or this is what I think is best, let's do it. Especially if he doesn't agree. So, it's not easy. And it's not easy also because you are very young, therefore not much experience, and your design director, your design manager have experience. Now, for example, I have a designer working on one of my projects. I'm not his director, but I'm manager for a project manager. Therefore, sometimes I go and check how he's working on his sketches. And I have to tell you, first of all, that I like what he does. But sometimes he adds some details that I know that we never do because they cost a lot of money in reality, in production. And I cannot take that sketch and show that sketch with that detail, because they will tell me you are off topic. And that's my reputation, because I will be in front of the whole engineers and the project directors to defend that design, not him. So what do? I try to explain to him why I cannot accept that sketch if he puts that thing or another thing, you know. And sometimes he resists. I know, but you exaggerating. I really like this thing. I think this is good. It's new. We need something new. The brand need. I mean, everything he says, it makes sense. But the point is that the project has a budget. Certain decisions at very high level have been taken, and I cannot change that because I don't have that level. I don't have that political power. It's normal. So I had to try to talk to him to make him understand that, okay, do it, but I don't give you any hope that this thing will pass. And in fact, punctually, those things will never pass unless they are an important element of the design. But that means that we thought about that since the beginning, which means that since the beginning, we say to the project team, be careful because in your briefing there is a mistake. We believe we should do also this thing. So, and this comes from creativity. So if you have a certain type of creativity and your boss asks you to change it because he's trying to model only around this, what he thinks is right, two things: or he is right, because I don't know you, so I cannot say if I don't know the case, so I cannot express myself specifically, or this guy, this director, is one of those that is trying to protect his power, and therefore he will always say no because he is scared to lose control of the project. So now we have all sort of figures in terms of management. We have good managers, medium managers, bad managers. Maybe I have been also bad manager on some issues and good on others. So I think that each one of us try to be the best we can to make sure that we don't have big problems with the upper level. That's another thing that it's normal, because a company is not just the project for the sake of being the best and forget about the rest. It's also politics. And because you are very young and you are in that company probably since few years, you are the last one of the whole family. So between you and who is up there is a big difference. So you will have a hard time in how can I say, in pushing, in trying to push probably more for your ideas. Then you have also a question of confidence, of trust. At the beginning of the relationship between a young designer and a manager, there is no much confidence, there is no much trust, because it's the beginning. And because you are young and I have a lots of experience. Ciao Debajit, welcome back. Happy New Year to you and your family. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being with us. So in that case, it's normal that at the very beginning you have to listen, you have to learn, because that's exactly what happened to me too at the beginning. When I was with Chris, a lot of time he got pissed because I was insisting, and then thinking today, he was right. It doesn't mean that because you have a good idea that 100% they have to take that idea has to move on in the project. There are a lot of other things around that you don't know, but managers do know, and directors know even more. So this is something that you have to consider. Then I can also tell you another thing, make another suggestion. If you are in this company with this team since, I don't know, 5, 6 years, 7 years, and you are starting to get tired of this way of working, and you feel like you are stuck, because that's how I felt when I was in Fiat at the end, after 11 years. I said, now I did everything, a cycle is completed, what do? I repeat the same thing again for another 10 years? No way. So it's the right moment to move on with my career, to learn new things. And when you learn new things and you get new excitement in this new adventure, because it's not just professional, it's also life adventure. You change city, you change culture, you change language probably, new company, new colleagues, a lot of things will be new, a little bit of extra money, which is always good in your pocket. So when there are all those things, maybe that's the right time to say, okay, you know what? I search for another job, and if I find it, I will quit. And then we get into the car design career topic. The car designer career topic. When it's the right time to go away. Hey, one more question. Yes, Kumar, that is, I'm interested in color and 3D partners. So how should I prepare myself to get into that studio? Kumar, color and 3D, it's not only about textiles. It's about textiles, materials, technology to treat all materials aesthetically. Okay? It is about material composition. It is about paint. So it is about a lot of things. And I don't know in which school you are or you were. I don't know, but if you go on internet, you will find a lot of mood boards for color and trim projects. That thing could give you a sort of a help. But Kumar, for color and trim, there is a specific course in transportation design for that, and it's something that comes also from fashion design. So you cannot improvise yourself color and trim if you've never done that before. Okay? Yash, alias skills said to be a big factor in getting hired. But then how can a designer have a balanced 3D work and sketchy portfolio project? Well, Yash, you're right. You're right. But you have to be very careful here. Because what happens is, I show a portfolio. And in my portfolio, I show my product because I present myself as an exterior designer. But I show also in my portfolio a lot of alias models and images that I made, okay? Imran, I have no idea. I answer to you right away. I have no idea. Probably a Fiat designer. Because Fiat designer, it's a company that has several different type of projects. And the other two, Ferrari and Ducati, they do always the same thing, more or less. Even if they do piece of art, but no big variation. So we are talking about alias. I'm from India and I'm a student in in Pune. Okay. Well then, Kumar, you have to talk to your school and see if there is a fashion design or textile design course that you could take. Because if you don't get that know-how, if you don't learn that thing, it's very difficult that you can make a portfolio about that stuff. In Italy, there are a lot of schools, good schools, that teach fashion design, that teach color and trim also, as well. All right, so we were talking about the 3D work. So if your portfolio is full also of 3D work, beautiful images, videos, sections, color images, nice virtual renderings and stuff, then somebody could say, you know what, this guy doesn't have a lot of creativity, but because we need alias modeler, we'll take him and then we will put him as alias modeler. This means that you will become an alias modeler and not a car designer. So that's the risk. Mr. Elliott, opinion on Coventry University auto design course. Allora, Coventry is a good school. I went there to make several years ago. I was there as a guest and I gave a lecture, which I had a very nice time. But Coventry is a school that's like this through the years. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And it's always like that in Coventry, more than the other design schools. So if you have to go to England school, okay, I understand. You need a bachelor, you can go to Coventry. If you have talent, you will do well because you have talent. But if you want an education that is more, how can I say, more constant in terms of quality and things that they have to offer, probably in Italy you will find a better answer for the same price, or maybe a little bit cheaper. IED or IAAD. I would try. I would compare Coventry and IED and IAAD in terms of cost, timing, what the bachelor offers, their program, their courses, model shop, also check who has model shop and who does not have model shop, check if they work on clay, check all this stuff, because that's important. Okay, I hope I answered to your question. All right, it's almost a year we are together. 1 hour we are together. 48 people, very, very nice. Hey guys, if you want to offer me a coffee, it's almost a year that you don't offer me a coffee after all those nice design talks I give for you. So if you want, you can hit the buttons there with a little dollar sign, and you can offer me, you can tip me, for a coffee or for a pizza or for a beer. Mr. Kumar, is that okay? Only learning sketching, Photoshop, that to show in portfolio? Yes, when I say sketching, Kumar, it means also color sketches, marker sketches, okay? Color, not just a rough sketch, color sketches, all right? That's important. You welcome, Elliot. Yes, that's the risk. So I should focus on more sketch development and then at the end show Alice the time. Yeah, I would say what is important is if you want to be a designer, you say, I am a guy that makes these projects, and if you want me, I can make a sketch model very quickly of my stuff because I know how to work in it. And here's some examples. You see, if you do it that way, then we say, wow, very nice. This guy is polyvalent. He can do both things. That's great. Because that's very interesting for us. Imagine that I have, oh, thank you, Yash, thanks. That's a nice coffee. Thank you. Thank you. Wait. I am 61. Yes, I am. Let's do this. You give me your age, I give you mine. Would you bargain? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. See you next week, all right? Grazie. Ciao.